Me guys, thought I'd do a quick catch-up video about what I've been up to the past week and what I intend to get up to next week, and just some general gossip really. So yeah, so obviously as you guys know I was in York. I obviously went to a couple of witchy shops in York, and obviously I've shown you what I managed to blag when I went up there. They're not going in the giveaway because they're mine. I was going to get two angels, one for me and one for the giveaway, but I completely forgot about it until I was on the train home. Never mind, I'm sure I'll be able to find some cool things. I'm intending to go into town today for that purpose, so stay tuned for the giveaway video. So, yeah. I also need to get that tarot deck for Tim. So yeah, because he's quite keen for a tarot deck now, so I've got to keep an eye out for a nice one for him that he'll like to get him started really, so quite interesting. I'm trying to think. So yeah, it was a really great conference. I've met some wonderful people, and they were so inspirational, and they really inspired me to go back to college on Wednesday and sort of go to the exec meeting, which I've been invited to attend, to sort of say, look, this is what we need to do, this is what needs to change, and this is what we can do to implement those changes. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I'll be able to do that. But yeah, train journey home was an absolute nightmare because I missed my train, so I had to fork out a load of money for a new train ticket to get me back to London. Then when I got into London Waterloo, there was a signal failure at Clapham Junction, which meant that all trains were delayed up to 2 hours. It was already about 9 o'clock or 9:30 by the time I got into London Waterloo. So I was like, well, I could either sit around and wait to find out if anything happens, or I'll have to physically go back on the tube and get on a coach. But the stupid thing was, by the time I got to London Victoria to get the coach, I probably would have hopped on the train anyway. Yeah. But it doesn't matter, because I still went on the tube, and I had to obviously fork out for a new tube ticket, and I had to fork out for a coach ticket, and I didn't get home till about 1:20 in the morning, or 1:30 in the morning, so I was not happy, really unhappy, and I was so glad that I'd technically booked the last 2 days of the week off. So I spent all of Thursday just sleeping. I just spent it all I was really tired, so I think I slept in till about, it was about 11:30 when I woke up. Yeah, it was about 11:30 when I woke up. Then I sort of potted around the house for a while, and then the sister-in-law comes home, and I'm really confused, and I look at her like, what? Why are you home early? Heidi, it's 3:30. Oh. Because it felt like lunchtime by the time she came home, so I was highly confused. But there you go, that's what happens when your body clock goes out of whack, I think. And yeah, so basically we just chilled. I think we did some tidying up and what have you around the house, and then we had dominoes. Because obviously mother-in-law was still in New York and father-in-law had to go out and do something, so I'm like, yay. Obviously mother-in-law came back yesterday, and she was really sweet, and she brought me these slippers back. I mean, I've got the other one somewhere, I think it's on the floor, but this is one of them. She got me some Hello Kitty slippers, and they're so comfy. They're the nicest things I've ever worn, and they've got, I mean, they were sparkly, and I think it's really sweet. So it was lovely that she brought these back for me. She brought back loads of Pop-Tarts, like the Pop-Tarts that you don't get in the UK, so they were like s'mores, cookie dough, and brown sugar cinnamon, which are ones that you don't get over here. I think you get like cookies and cream over here, and you get chocolate ones, and I think that's about it over here. So bringing back those exotic Pop-Tarts, because we always have to have Pop-Tarts in the cupboard because we're all addicted to them, so it's going to be great. And she bought me loads of Yankee sweets, and I'm like, yay! I swear that's all us Brits do when we go over to America, because the Americans have some really good sweets, so we just buy out a load of sweets, and we overdo our luggage allowance by shoving sweets in. But then again, that's what the Americans do when they come over here, and they just buy loads of Cadbury's, because obviously they don't have Cadbury's over there, and Cadbury's is proper milk chocolate, whilst over there they feel their milk chocolate's not as nice, apparently. So I was like, okay. I've tried some American chocolate, didn't like it actually. Prefer British chocolate, because it's properly creamy and stuff like that, which is probably why the Americans always overbuy on Cadbury's when they're over here. So yeah. So we did that. Or rather, the mother-in-law did that and brought all that back. And obviously I went into college yesterday as well, because I needed to sort out obviously this reimbursement, because the college now owe me a lot of money because of the escapades of my journey home. I also popped into Portsmouth for a bit, because I'd promised my friends that I'd go and buy Red Dead Redemption Game of the Year edition, so I now own that, and I'm proper into it. I'll be playing it when I get back from town, to be honest, because I want to go get some giveaway stuff. Yeah. So I'm probably going to do that in a minute, because Josh is currently at Little Mermaid rehearsals, so I'm going to pop out, I think, for a bit. I think, and obviously next week, I think I've mentioned the exec meeting that I've been invited to, so I'll have to write up a report, and obviously for them to look at, as well as doing a presentation and talk about my findings. So I need to do that either today or tomorrow, probably tomorrow, because I don't have gang show rehearsals because his mother is Sunday. So because I think the reason is because I think the gang show realised that mums do so much for the gang members that you can have Mothering Sunday off, and you can have Easter Sunday off, so it's like, oh, fair enough. So yeah, which basically means that I luckily get Ostara off, so with gang show, so I'm quite happy about that. I'm trying to think. So yeah, that's that. Next week's basically just going to be a normal week of me catching up with lectures, finding out what I've missed, and if there's any deadlines that I need to know about and stuff like that. And yeah, so that'll be that. So yeah, I've got to do that next week. Obviously I've got gang shows, I've got to find out what I missed last Thursday. When I go this Thursday, I'm going to have to try and text the person who normally gives me a lift and explain that I'm going to need a lift from Portchester on Thursday. I'll probably do that in a minute. Yeah, so I'm going to hopefully get a giveaway video up here later, or maybe even tomorrow, because I'm hoping to get a few bits and pieces sorted so that I can say thank you to you guys for supporting me. Yay. So yeah, blessed be everyone, and I hope you had a really nice week, and I hope you have a really nice next week. So blessed be.